The drama. Why did you trick her to do the deal? The resolution.
Oh, she's gone. I'll be on here no more.
It's all today on Trisha. After 23 years, James is suddenly denying that he's Tiarra's father.
You telling me that you may or may not be my dad?
Tiarra says it's all about the money.
He owes a lot of back child support.
How much back support you owe?
$20,000.
James says child support has nothing to do with it.
Was there another guy around?
Yeah, there was another guy. I just want to find out the truth. I mean, the truth will set you free.
I got 3 kids of my own. I would never wait till when they're 23 to tell them if their dad is theirs or not.
And it gets worse.
We get to the hospital and I'm like, why are we at the hospital? He tricked me into taking the DNA test.
He'll face the DNA, but will he have to pay?
She has the option of telling them that, hey, half of it she don't want.
No.
You know?
Is he cheating with a woman in prison?
He gets with this girl for what, a few months, a few weeks?
No, like 2 days.
Only the lie detector can tell if he's been dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Have you visited the girl in jail? You said no.
The polygraph determined that John...
Plus,
Brittany, there's something we want to show you.
the hidden camera video that will blow you away.
But he has visited...
It's all today on Trisha.
Please welcome 23-year-old Tiarra. Tiarra is here because after 23 years, this man, James, is now denying that he is her father. Yeah, Tiarra believes James' sudden change of heart is due to one reason: money. Now, a few months ago, James was notified that he owed back child support, but instead of paying up, Tiarra believes James would rather claim she isn't his daughter. Here are some of his other reasons for denying Tiarra.
After 23 years, it's time for me to know the truth about Tiarra. I have had doubts about being Tiarra's dad since the early 90s. At that time, I was into drugs and living in a halfway house. Her mom, Renita, and I had an on and off relationship. You know, when Renita got pregnant, she had another man living with her. It wasn't until that man passed away that I had to step up and be Tiarra's dad. I even signed court papers saying that I was Tiarra's father. I felt pressured by Renita because I put her through a lot in the past. So I felt like I owed her. In 2012, Tiarra needed a blood transfusion, and I found out that I wasn't a match. That really got me thinking if I was her father or not. Then in January, I got a letter saying that I owed back child support. That was my final straw. I need to know if I'm that girl's father or not. That money I owe can completely ruin me. It's threatening my job, and I can't live my life to the fullest because of it. I just need closure. I need to find out these results before I die.
Wow. Wow. As you just heard, Tiarra's mother, Renita, is here as well and is demanding that James admit that he is Tiarra's dad. Now, Tiarra, how does it feel to hear that?
It's very hurtful. It is very hurtful because after all these years, this is who I thought was my dad. And I've never had no doubt.
But when did you start saying he wasn't your dad?
Back in 2012, when I had the blood transfusion. I had just given birth to my son, and he was a stillbirth.
Oh,
and So I had to have a blood transfusion because I lost so much blood. And I asked my mom and my dad, you know, to help out, give me some blood. And me and my mom is the same blood type, but me and my dad is not. Okay. And so therefore...
Did he start saying something to you then?
Then, yes, he went down and asked them, you know...
This is at the hospital?
This is at the hospital while I'm in the hospital.
Why are you going through all of this?
When I'm going through all of this. So I was already emotional. I did not need nothing like that to...
So what did he say to the hospital staff?
He asked them, since I'm not the same blood type as her, you know, is there a possibility that she's not my child? And I just was like,
We had enough going on.
right.
Wow. Now, tell me about the DNA test, because apparently, usually what happens with our guests, they agree, they both go together to have a DNA test. Now, this was very different for you. What happened?
It was totally different. My sister was getting married on this particular Friday. She was getting married.
Yeah.
So I already had, like a lot on my plate that day.
Yeah.
And he said, since my birthday was coming up, he wanted to take me out to breakfast. And then he was like, you need to go to this appointment. And I'm like, what is the appointment for? My dad beat around the bush.
Yeah.
So we're driving out and we get to the hospital and I'm like, what are we here for? Why are we at the hospital?
Yeah.
And then I see the DNA test. I already knew right then and there that
He tricked you.
he tricked me into taking the DNA test.
So, wow. So what do you think this is all about? Because I understand he's been a great dad. He's been there for you.
He has. He's been there ever since I was little. I mean, I could get anything I wanted. If my mom didn't give it to me, my dad was there to give it to me.
But bam, out of the blue, what do you think this is really about?
It's about money. It's about child support. It's about, not wanting to own up to his responsibilities.
When you say money, what, he owes a lot of money?
He owes a lot of back child support. And they told him if he didn't put $500 down on the child support that he owes, that they'll take away his license. He's a taxi driver, so therefore his license is his career.
Am I right in saying it's better for him if you're not his daughter?
That's what I'm trying to get from. That's the reason.
That must hurt.
It hurts. It really does hurt.
So your mom, Renita's here in the audience. Renita, is there any chance that he is not her dad?
As far as I'm concerned, no. I'm perfectly comfortable with the test and everything. Even if there was the smallest possibility, he still was in her life for 23 years and he should own up to his responsibility.
So, okay. So, Renita, you said even if there's the smallest possibility, so you're admitting there is a small possibility that he's not her dad? Is that what you're saying?
He's trying to make me second guess myself. I don't want to second guess myself. As far as I'm concerned, he's her dad. But if he wants to play these kind of games,
So you had no other partner anywhere around that time?
Not that I know of, no. No. Because I think the timeline that he's talking about is off, way off.
So how much back support were we talking about?
Several $1,000s.
What, $5,000?
I would say more than that.
$20,000?
Maybe around in that ballpark.
Wow. Did you get any money from him while, Tiarra was growing up?
Not a whole lot. Every now and then he might, take her over a weekend or buy her something. But on a consistent basis, no.
But you two were in a relationship, right? You and he were in a relationship?
We were in a relationship.
For what, months, years?
For several years before she was born, and after that, we weren't in a relationship.
All right, so let me ask you, Tiarra, how are you going to feel if the results say he is your dad after all of this?
I'm still going to be as frustrated as I am now because after 23 years, there was no need to even take a DNA test. You know what I'm saying? Either you are or you're not.
Are you saying he should have sorted this out a long, long time ago?
Right. If you were in denial, you should have been taking it when I was 2 years old. Or 10 years old, not 23 years old.
Well, let's find out why he feels that you need to be here for this DNA test. I think it's time we meet James and get to the bottom of this. So, James, come on out. Coming up, how much back support you reckon you owe?
$20,000.
I'm a very strong person. I'm not gonna give you my reactions in front of you about you telling me that you may or may not be my dad.
And later, is he cheating with a woman in prison?
He gets with this girl for what, a few months, a few weeks?
No, like 2 days.
Families in turmoil.
May or may not be my dad.
Today on Trisha.
After 23 years, it's time for me to know the truth about Tiarra. I have had doubts about being Tiarra's dad since the early 90s. When Renita got pregnant, she had another man living with her. It wasn't until that man passed away that I had to step up and be Tiarra's dad. In 2012, Tiarra needed a blood transfusion, and I found out that I wasn't a match. That really got me thinking if I was her father.
What do you think this is really about?
It's about money. It's about child support.
Renita, is there any chance that he is not her dad?
As far as I'm concerned, no.
So you had no other partner anywhere around that time?
Not that I know of, no.
So how much back support were we talking about? $20,000?
Maybe around in that ballpark.
Let's find out why he feels that you need to be here for this DNA test. I think it's time we meet James and get to the bottom of this. So James, come on out.
I just wanted to know the truth. That's all I wanted to know before I died. I just wanted to know the truth.
And the truth, if the truth says that she is your daughter, how much back support, have a seat, how much back support you reckon you owe?
$20,000.
And so what are they saying to you?
Look, they saying that they're gonna take my license. I can't get a passport. And I could go to jail.
So is that what's really behind this?
No, that's not really what's behind this.
You're shaking your head, why, Tiarra?
I just can't believe he's saying all this stuff.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, if you gonna love me, you should love me regardless, no matter
I do love
money, no matter jail, no matter nothing.
Love is not the question, Tiarra. You know that.
No.
Well,
no.
why have you got doubts? Why?
No.
Well, ever since the 90s, I mean, when I was getting my life in order and going to treatment and
So weren't you and Renita, weren't you together at the time? You were in a...
No, I was in a halfway house, living in Lafayette, Indiana.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were together for several years.
No.
Before
What?
I was born, y'all were together.
Yeah, we were together.
So why would you even question my mom about if I'm not yours or
well,
not?
Let's hear it. Why? Why is there... Was there another guy around?
Yeah, there was another guy. I mean, she said that he died.
Right.
Okay.
And I just heard about
said
this story
that?
when
Who
he
said he
told me
died?
about it. I didn't even know about the story.
Renita!
I didn't even know about the other guy or
Hang on,
anything.
wait.
That's why
Renita,
I'm
there
like-
was another guy in the frame?
Before he left to go to the halfway house, I was pregnant then. So anything after that,
So who's this
Shouldn't
guy who
matter.
died?
Shouldn't
not
matter.
even matter.
Who's this guy who died then? Why did you tell her about this guy who
just
died?
because, okay, like he can, like
Because my dad is the one that brung up the guy. The deceased guy in question he brung him up. I never knew about no other guy or nothing until he brung him up.
And why have you had doubts, what, from the very beginning?
Well, since the 90s. I mean,
you were born
since the 90s.
That's crazy.
I mean,
have
before the
reservations
90s.
after that.
Before the 90s. I mean, she was living. This guy was there. I was away. Okay.
Oh,
That's
I
crazy.
was away.
you were living with another guy?
No, that is not true. That is not.
You did get up to me that she was had another guy there.
That is not true.
When I was in
No,
treatment.
she explained the story to me. This was way after I was conceived. This was way after that.
So let me ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot here, James. This is the kicker question. What is better for you? Is it better that Tiarra not be your daughter and you not owe this money and your license is safe and you have you can get a passport and travel the world? And is that a better scenario? Or is it a better scenario that you maybe risk your license and your livelihood and ever traveling and have Tiarra in your life?
Look, I love my daughter, and she know I do. All right.
This does not prove that you love your daughter. I'm sorry.
The answer would be...
I prefer to have Tiarra's in my life, and she's always gonna be in my life, regardless what the test may be.
Okay.
So why is this such a money issue?
Yeah, why'd you trick her? Why
why-
did you trick her to
why-
do the
why-
DNA?
Mom is a
why-
manipulator.
why-
I mean,
why
she
wait-
manipulated.
But why
I mean,
wait till you
he's
get a
dead,
letter
I'm
from
alive.
child support?
It don't take
But
no
why
rocket
wait till you get a
scientist to
letter from
figure it
child
out.
support?
Hey, just a minute. Why did you trick her into taking the DNA test? Why not
Well,
just
she
say to her?
already knew. I brought her over to the house. We talked about this. And
We talked about it, and I was emotionally devastated.
But you didn't act that way until you got to your brother and talked to your brother about it.
I'm a very strong person. I'm not gonna give you my reactions in front of you about you telling me that you may or may not be my dad.
James, you need to own up to your responsibility. Why wait 23 years and form a bond with your daughter and make us all look ridiculous?
So what if you're not her father? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna still love her, and I'm still her dad, regardless.
So, are you ready to find out whether you have a daughter or not?
Yes, I'm ready to find out, Trisha. Seem like y'all put me as a victim. I just want to find out the truth. I mean, the truth will set you free, all right?
I got three kids of my own.
I just wanted to find out the truth.
I got 3 kids of my own. I would never wait till when they're 23 to tell them if their dad is theirs or not.
You should have did it when she was a baby. You the one who said you accept the
Hang on, just a minute,
responsibility.
just a minute. Here's the thing. Who wants to open the envelope? Renita? You're in no doubt. You've got no doubts anyway, so you know what's here, right?
I would rather my mom open it.
Really?
I concur.
You concur. Yeah.
I don't have any time.
I'll come down to you, Renita. Here we go. I don't know what it says, so excuse me for looking over your shoulder. Coming up, he'll face the DNA, but will he have to pay?
She has the option of telling them that, hey, half of it she don't want.
No, will never happen. Will never happen.
Up next, is he cheating with a woman in prison? He gets with this girl for what, a few months, a few weeks?
No, like 2 days.
Families in turmoil.
May or may not be my dad.
Today on Trisha. Please welcome Brittany. Now, Brittany's been in love with this man, John, for the past 2 years and says he's a great dad to her 2 little girls, but she refuses to tie the knot until John takes a lie detector test. You see, Brittany suspects John has been living a double life. He disappears for hours at a time, he lies about texting other women, and she even found another woman's underwear in the trunk of their car. Yeah, let's listen to Brittany's story.
I was very young when I had my 2 kids. I was looking for someone to settle down with that would love my kids as much as they love me. John is my other half. He loves my kids like he loves his own. This man is truly my everything, and he means the world to me. However, about 3 months ago, we started to have a lot of drama in our relationship. John disappears frequently from our house. He'll leave and say he's coming right back. He won't come back for hours, and he refuses to let me go with him. When I call him, he either don't answer or I hear girls in the background. I cook for him, I clean for him, I take care of him physically and emotionally. I need to know if he is ready to walk down the aisle. I cannot risk mine and my kids' future on a man who is cheating on me.
Wow. So, Brittany, let's go through why you think John's cheating on you. What makes you suspicious?
Well, I want to start with the girl that he has a secret. I think he has something going on with her in jail. We split up for a while, and he continued he got in a relationship with her. And when she got locked up,
it still went on.
Yeah, like
okay.
I mean,
so
2 days.
Let's back up. So you 2 split up.
Yeah.
He gets with this girl for what? A few months? A few weeks?
No, like 2 days. Yeah. Yeah.
So it must have been a really passionate sexual relationship, is it?
Well, he says he didn't have sex with her.
So then she goes to jail, and what? There's still
They
contact?
continue a relationship, yes.
How'd you know that? What did you see? What did you hear?
Well, he was putting money on her books. I found receipts whenever we got back together, yeah.
Giving up money to her after 2 days?
Yeah.
Of a non-sexual relationship?
Exactly. That's what yeah.
What about phone calls?
Yep, phone calls. But he refuses to answer it when I'm there.
Oh.
And I feel like when he leaves, is he answering her phone calls? Does he still have something going on with her?
Are you worried he might be waiting for her to come out of jail?
Yes. I've heard that from a lot of our friends, that he's only with me to just keep him comfortable until she gets out.
What do you mean keep him comfortable?
Like just for somebody to be there for him. Like,
wow.
Comfort.
Now, you say he disappears. Where?
I mean, it's not that he like disappears. He just leaves all day long. And every time I ask, can I go, he makes a big deal about it. Don't let me go. He says he's just going right down the street, and he'll be gone for like hours on end. You know
Does he explain where he's been?
No.
So you don't know who he's
When
been?
he does explain, I can tell it's all.
He lies to you?
Yeah.
So now you found a thong or something in the...
Well, I was looking in the trunk for a steering wheel thing to put on our steering wheel. It's Ed Hardy steering wheel case, and I find a pair of thongs just sitting there, like plain as day.
Your size?
No, not my size at all.
What, smaller?
Bigger.
Bigger?
Yeah.
What did he say about that?
Well, he thinks that they're the owner of the cars.
Okay.
Who sold the car to us.
Could be.
Well, when we bought the car, we had, cleaned it out. So, I mean, clearly they're not the owner. I mean, who?
Does he say he's coming home at a certain time but get in later?
Yes.
Has that happened once or twice?
Yeah.
But he explains.
Well, the main event was when he went to poker. He didn't come home till like 7 in the morning. Yeah.
Well, they could have been playing poker all night, couldn't they?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? What are you going to do if the lie detector tells you that he has been lying to you?
I'm going home by myself and getting my stuff and getting the hell out.
Right.
And moving on with my life.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Is it just this girl in jail, or have there been other girls that you're suspicious of? I understand he got some contact with some girl on Facebook.
Well, it's just comments on Facebook. Just,
him commenting?
Yeah.
Like.
According to Facebook, he looks like he's single. For real.
Oh.
He looks like he's not even in a relationship.
So do girls send his picture?
He comments on girls' stuff all the time, talking about them look real nice and...
What do you say to him about that? I mean, you're smiling, but what do you say?
It's because, like, whenever I ask him about it, he has no answer whatsoever.
So why
he thinks that it's not wrong.
So why would you stay with a guy?
But if I was over here commenting on guys saying, damn, your abs look good, you know, I mean, I would look bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
but why are you staying with somebody who disrespects you like that?
Because I love him.
You love him. Now, so we got him commenting on the girls on Facebook, this woman in jail. What about his exes? Any problem with any of the exes? You don't
Not
think he's
really.
You don't think he's messing with them?
He goes and sees his kid with his ex, but I don't suspect anything.
This is the chance you get to set all of this out. And
Yes.
if he's been telling the truth...
I just want to be at peace.
Yeah, so you'll be at peace if he is telling the truth. So he's really good with your kids.
Yes, awesome with my kids.
Everything's okay, but you're just worried about him cheating. Well, let's bring out John and hear what he has to say. Coming up, so Brittany, there's something we want to show you. Hidden camera video you won't believe. And later, are you ready to find out whether you have a daughter or not?
Yes, I'm ready to find out, Trisha.
He'll face the DNA, but will he have to pay?
She has the option of telling them that, hey, half of it she don't want.
No, will never happen, will never happen.
Families in turmoil.
May or may not be my dad.
Today on Trisha.
I was very young when I had my 2 kids. I was looking for someone to settle down with that would love my kids as much as they love me. John is my other half. He loves my kids like he loves his own. However, about 3 months ago, we started to have a lot of drama in our relationship. John disappears frequently from our house. He'll leave and say he's coming right back. I cannot risk mine and my kids' future on a man who is cheating on me.
So you two split up.
Yeah.
He gets with this girl for what, a few months, a few weeks?
No, like 2 days.
It must have been a really passionate sexual relationship. Is it?
Well, he says he didn't have sex with her.
You found a thong or something in the...
Well, I was looking in the trunk and I find a pair of thongs just sitting there, like plain as day.
What are you going to do if the lie detector tells you that he has been lying to you?
I'm going home by myself and getting my stuff and getting the hell out.
Right. Well, let's bring out John and hear what he has to say. Hi, John. Hi. Good, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
So, let me ask you, John, this girl that is in prison, so you two split up. You get with this girl for how long?
About a week.
Oh, I thought it was 2 days.
You said 2 nights. You said you spent 2 nights with her.
Oh, it was
Well,
longer.
it was
That
off.
was a week.
Yeah, 2 nights. Off and on. I met her for a week, but I only stayed really.
You had sex with her for 2 nights?
No, I never had sex with her.
Oh. So when you stayed, what, you stayed in her house?
No, she stayed at my house.
Oh, she stayed at your house?
Yeah.
And did she have sex with you?
No.
She didn't do you any favors there?
No.
No, okay.
We never had sex.
So why did you put money in her account in jail?
Because I know how it is being locked up. I've been to prison.
So someone you meet for just a couple of days?
Wouldn't matter if I didn't know her at all.
Right.
Yeah, I've been locked up. I know how to do without.
Now, what about on Facebook, these comments you put on Facebook?
You know, I just make Facebooks to comments. I don't try to hide it.
So it's, I like, so she's okay with making those comments about guys' abs and, hey, I like your
About an ab. I put on my face.
No, I'm saying if I do.
If
Can
she
I
does
make a
that.
comment
Yeah,
about
that's
an ab?
fine.
That's
If
all.
I say,
There you
damn,
go.
your abs look good, you gonna
No,
be
she
mad?
said that- he said
You gonna
that's
be mad?
fine.
You're gonna be mad, ain't you? If
No,
I make
I'm gonna say
comments
that's
about
okay.
other guys?
Oh, you'll be okay with that?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you've been missing out. You could have been having fun on Facebook all this time.
Yeah.
I got it on my Facebook.
figure.
Because I'm in a relationship.
Oh, she said you said
Man,
you're
it's
single.
No, according to Facebook, he looks single.
Oh, he looks single.
Yeah.
Now, when you
By the way he
disappear-
talks to people on there.
Oh, okay. So when you go off, disappear, where are you going?
I'm going to play poker with my friends.
So do you find that she's on your case the whole time?
Yeah, if it don't go Brittany's way, it don't go no way.
Oh,
Don't matter what I do.
Does she check your phone?
Man.
I do not check your phone.
What? She says she doesn't. Where does she check your phone?
Man, I'll be asleep and I wake up, ask where my phone is. She's got it hid somewhere.
Are
Checking
you
it out.
serious? That happened one time. And that was because that girl texted. So that happened one time. And other than that, I don't touch your phone.
Oh.
You get messages, they're your messages. It's not my phone.
Well,
I
that's
don't
how
touch
it's
it.
supposed to be. It's my phone. I pay the
Right.
bill on it.
Okay, now let's talk about her children. You're really close with them?
Yeah, I love them.
You really love them? Do you sometimes think you love those kids more than you love Brittany, or you're a family unit? How do you see that?
I love them all the same.
So, have you ever cheated on Brittany? Now
No.
really is the chance to come clean. Have you ever told anyone you've cheated on Brittany?
No.
No. Have you ever bragged to anybody that you've cheated on Brittany?
No.
Have you ever, so you've never said it because it never happened, right? So
Never
you wouldn't
happened.
tell anyone anything?
That's right.
So, okay. So, Brittany, there's something we want to show you. Now, yesterday, while John was outside of our offices having a cigarette, he was actually chatting with one of our decoys, and our hidden cameras were rolling. You know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire, so let's take a look at what we caught on camera. Check this out.
The only thing that could really fail me on is a chick that's locked up, because I send her money.
Does your chick know? Have you ever hooked up with her and stuff?
I've been to visit her and everything. We was together me and Brittany for like 3 weeks we were together.
That's who you when you... Oh!
You got a Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, what does that say? Wait a minute. What does that say I did wrong?
You hooked up with this other chick.
She knows
I
about
knew
her
about
in
that.
jail.
I did know about
She
that.
knows. I just sit there and said I send her money.
Oh, okay.
I found a receipt one time.
Yeah,
You found a receipt, so
Yeah.
you know that. So let's cut to the chase and
She
get
does-
to
I
the
just sat there and
polygraph
said it.
results. Let's welcome
But why do
Tim
you care if she's
Acosta.
got a Facebook?
I just asked it this morning, babe.
Oh, you want, okay, all right. And John, you expect to pass all of these?
Yeah, I know I am.
Okay, so we asked you, John, have you had sexual intercourse with a woman who's, oh, the panties Brittany found in the trunk of your car? You said no. Tim? Up next, have you visited the girl in jail? You said no. Tim?
Polygraph determined that John
Say what?
But he has visited, and later. Are you ready to find out whether you have a daughter or not? The DNA results determine that James... Families in turmoil.
May or may not be my dad.
Today on Trisha.
John disappears frequently from our house. He'll leave and say he's coming right back. I cannot risk mine and my kid's future on a man who is cheating on me.
Back up. So you two split up.
Yeah.
He gets with this girl for what, a few months, a few weeks?
No, like 2 days. Yeah. Yeah.
It must have been a really passionate sexual relationship. Is it?
Well, he says he didn't have sex with her.
What are you going to do if the lie detector tells you that he has been lying to you?
I'm going home by myself and getting my stuff and getting the hell out.
So, have you ever cheated on Brittany? Now
No.
really is the chance to come clean.
No.
Have you ever told anyone you've cheated on Brittany?
No.
No.
The only thing that could really fail me on is a chick that's locked up.
Have you ever hooked up with her and stuff? That's who you when you... Oh!
Okay, so we asked you, John, have you had sexual intercourse with a woman who's, oh, the panties Brittany found in the trunk of your car? You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that John was being truthful.
We asked John, while in a relationship with Brittany, have you had sex with your ex? And you said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that John was being truthful.
We asked John, since you've been in a relationship with Brittany, have you visited the girl in jail? You said no. Tim.
The polygraph determined that John was not being truthful.
Say what? What was the question?
The question, since you've been in a relationship with Brittany, have you visited the girl in jail? And the polygraph test was working so well until then.
Well,
and that came back.
The only time
So
I
you went
visited.
to see her since we've been back together?
No, not when we was together.
Well, that's
When
what
while we split up, I did.
That's what it says
know I
since we've been in a
come on,
relationship,
man.
Since
John.
you've been in a relationship. So let me keep going. Have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman since you have been in a relationship with Brittany? That's not when you split up, since you were in a relationship with Brittany. You said no. Tim?
The polygraph determined that John was not being truthful.
The question was, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman since you have been in a relationship with Brittany? And he said no, and that came back. He was lying. So there's either been some crossover, something's been going on, there's been some lying going on.
There's been no lying going on.
What you been doing, John?
There's been no lying going on.
John, you
But
know,
that test is
Tim,
wrong.
Why would it say you
Oh,
failed?
hang on, whoa. If the test is wrong,
You told the truth on the
you
other
told
two.
the
Why would
truth
it
on
say
the
you
couple.
failed,
So
John?
it's either all right or all
Just
wrong.
tell me the truth. Be honest. with
I
me.
ain't had
Be
sex with
honest.
nobody. While we
Tim,
when
what
we
did you-
split up, yes, but while we was together, no.
So Tim,
blank.
what do you need?
When
What
we
do you
split
have
up,
to
Trisha,
say?
when I asked
All
John,
right, let's
Yes,
listen.
that
You
would
want to
count.
listen to what Tim's got to say? Yes.
I asked John on the test. He had significant reactions to the question. He knew the difference between when he was together and when he was not.
Yes.
At some point in his mind, he was still together and he messed around.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so there would have been some crossover somewhere along the line. So let's just get this right. He didn't have sex with the woman whose panties you found in the car. He hasn't had sex with his ex. No. But he has visited. Oh, she's
I don't
gone.
want to be on here no more.
Oh.
We ain't want to be on here no more.
So.
Pissed off.
I didn't.
Okay, John. Okay, let's talk. Let's just let her cool down for a little while. Just hold on a minute. One of the things that struck me is since you've come out, you've got your hands in your pocket and your body language is very closed. I think you're feeling pretty stressed out. You may or may not be rattling because there may have been some drug use in your life. I don't know. But I think that you really love this girl and you love those kids. But I think perhaps there was a bit of crossover when she gave you some hassle or things weren't going right. This is what I told our last guest. What I usually find is when the lie detector test comes back, if the guy is really, really honest and says, you know, I messed up and is humble, there's some hope for the relationship. So this is an opportunity. Thank you, Brittany, for just cooling down. I'm just giving John...
Somewhere, he said somewhere in your mind, we were together. Who was it and when did it happen?
Okay,
John?
well, we can't say the
I
name.
have
Because
no
the lie
idea.
detector test don't lie.
We were split up at the point for 2 weeks. There was one person, but she don't know her. And she come back home, I ain't getting nothing.
But you had said, come back home, we're going to sort this out. So in your head, in
and
your
I didn't
heart...
go get her for 2 days.
Yeah, but you didn't go and get her for 2 days.
I haven't slept with nobody.
If you're going to be with him, you get some help. You get some help with whatever issues you have behind the scenes. That's for both of you. And you really do an adult job of bringing two human beings into this world who maybe aren't as messed up as you've become. Let's be honest.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And they all lived happily ever after. We'll be right back. Up next, are you ready to find out whether you have a daughter or not?
Yes, I'm ready to find out, Trisha.
The DNA results determined that James... Families in turmoil.
May or may not be my dad.
Today on Trisha.
After 23 years, it's time for me to know the truth about Tiarra. I have had doubts about being Tiarra's dad since the early 90s. You know, when Renita got pregnant, she had another man living with her. In 2012, Tiarra needed a blood transfusion, and I found out that I wasn't a match.
What do you think this is really about?
It's about money. It's about child support.
Renita, is there any chance that he is not her dad?
No.
So you had no other partner anywhere around that time?
Not that I know of, no.
So how much back support are we talking about? $20,000?
Maybe around in that ballpark.
I
just wanted to know the truth.
You know how much back support you reckon you owe?
$20,000.
So is that what's really behind this?
No.
Was there another guy around?
Yeah, there was another guy. I mean, it don't take no rocket scientist to figure it out.
I'm not gonna give you my reactions in front of you about you telling me that you may or may not be my dad.
Oh. So, are you ready to find out whether you have a daughter or not?
Yes, I'm ready to find out, Trisha. It seems like y'all put me as a victim. I just want to find out the truth. I mean, the truth will set you free, all right?
I got three kids of my own.
I just wanted to find out the truth.
I got 3 kids of my own. I would never wait till when they're 23 to tell them if their dad is theirs or not.
You should have did it when she was a baby. You the one who said you accept
hang on,
the
just a minute, just a minute. Here's the thing. Who wants to open the envelope? Renita? You're in no doubt. You've got no doubts anyway, so you know what's here, right?
I would rather my mom open it.
Really?
I concur.
You concur? Yeah.
I don't have any time.
I'll come down to you, Renita. Here we go. I don't know what it says, so excuse me for looking over your shoulder. The DNA results determined that James is Tiarra's father. So, $20,000. Where are you going to get $20,000 for?
He's
Look,
speechless now. He is speechless now.
Well, I had to, you know, like I said, I had a disease of addiction, and all that time, I mean, I was living in halfway houses. I mean, I was living in the mission. I wasn't working. I mean, things build up.
But you came back.
I got 17 years clean. And I'm doing the right thing now.
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing, and I've always been in a life. I always provide.
Yeah, but you're in a difficult spot now with this money, huh?
Yes, I am, but...
Maybe you can just sit down with these people and talk about how much you can pay back and how you can do that.
she has the option of going there and you know, telling them that, hey, half of it she don't want.
Is that something...
No.
You know?
Will never happen. Will never happen.
What do you want from him?
I just want the love and support, not because you owe anything, not because this will happen to you. You should love me no matter what. No matter what. No matter what.
Okay. So
and
maybe
I do.
Renita might even at some stage agree to let you off a little bit of that money. I tried. We'll be right back. Families in turmoil.
May or may not be my dad.
Today on Trisha. Okay, thank you for being with me today. I just want to give a shout out to our studio audience. Aren't they a great bunch? Come and join us. This is how you do it. We'll put the number up on the screen. You can join us on Facebook or Twitter, but you can come and sit here with these wonderful people and join me in the show. Love to see you. Take care.